Jim D in Maryland. This is your LSCOM LC995v2. Showing you some things inside the radio. There's the upgraded cap, 3300 microfarad, 25 volt, same on the input. There's the 10 amp diode upgrade. And let me show you what I do with these 10 amp diodes, because if you don't do this, there's no point in putting it down there. You look right in this area right here. That's the lead of the diode, okay? I run it right back here to where the wire comes into the board. So it's actually touching the wire. And the same thing with the other lead, okay? If you don't do this, then it'll just simply burn the runs up on the board. So you have to do this. But once you do that, this diode in combination with the one on the power jack gives you 16 amps of shorting capacity. Okay? Now you probably should only have about a 10 amp fuse in there anyway. So if the power gets hooked up backwards for some reason, it will blow that fuse. It'll blow any fuse up to 16 amps. All right. Something, you know, if you stick a 20 amp fuse in there, it may actually burn up the diode. The diode will open, and then you could put the reverse voltage on the board, which would be a bad thing. Okay. The blue diodes are the Schottkys. Okay. And the 29 are the RF transistor upgrade to the 2SC2999s right there. All right. There's your 15 kilohertz wide filter that cuts down on bleed over. I've adjusted the bias on the new finals. I've upgraded the finals with better finals, okay, and adjusted the bias so that they'll last a long time. And did an alignment, but it was in pretty good shape as it was, believe it or not. Checked out all the controls, all the functions, made sure everything had a lot of heat sink compound on it, and you're ready to go. Okay. There's the face of it. Let me get the covers put back on it, and we'll fire it up. More to come. Okay. Here it is with the covers on it. I got it switched over to an outside antenna. That popping sound is coming from equipment that's here close. I think it's a generator that's running that's got, sounds like spark plug noise. But it doesn't matter if the noise blinker is on or not. But if I switch it to internal, you don't hear it anymore. And all of my radios are picking it up. I don't know what it is. It's not a generator. It's early in the morning here. I think those are stations in South Georgia. A long ways from me anyway. Some over in Ocala and some down in South Florida. Somebody trying to tweak the radio on frequency. It sounded pretty good to me.
Okay, well, the clarifier center, I got you communicating. If you got it good, I'm putting the cover on it. Okay, well, thank you. I'll put the cover on it. I'll be standing by listening in.
Anyway, there it is. Now you notice it has a position on this switch says amp, and also this light says amp. You didn't buy the RFX option, so this actually indicates Roger beep, and this with this switch over here in the amp position, it's Roger beep. Okay, But if you ever decide you want to add an RFX 150 to it, the radio is already set up for it. Okay. Now, when you convert the switch to use the amplifier, or control the amplifier, you no longer have a Roger beep. Okay. Just something to bear in mind. But the echo and everything works. Just remember that if you want to talk on AM or SSB, the switch has to be in the center position. Because if you put it to the left, that becomes the dominant mode. All right. With this switch in FM, it doesn't matter where you have this switch. It is in FM until you put it back in the middle. Okay. This little push button jobber here is your plus 10 kilohertz switch. Now, just like all regular CB radios, you notice there's a skip between 3 and 4. Well, if you want to talk on that channel that gets skipped, you switch down to 3 and hit that plus 10 button, and there you are. They were reserved for remote control, like cars and airplanes and stuff, many years ago, back when there was 23 channel CB radios. But all of the RC equipment has either migrated to 49 or 800. Anyway, they went way up. Okay, there's nothing down here on those channels except for south of the border stuff. Okay, I've checked it out. I've talked on it on 38. I should have recorded that, but I didn't. Talked to a couple of AM stations. They said the radio sounds really well. So I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, Jim. I sure hope you enjoy your new radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 73s, everybody.